what types of content, when talking about content marketing, do you think that we will see more of in the future?
I think what we will see more of are companies wanting to engage in a dialogue with their stakeholders, with their customers. So I think we'll see a shift from the company being a sender of messages to the company being the editor of messages they would like to be discussed with their stakeholders. So I think the main shift we will see is not necessarily, well, it's obvious we'll see more digital communication and companies will be better and better at it. Does it mean that we won't see companies publish magazines or other ways, more traditional ways of communicating with their stakeholders? No, I think that will happen too. My son is collecting the same football cards as I did when I was a kid. There's a marketing platform there. I mean, and again, I'm a Bill Bernbach disciple from that's where I got my professional education, and he said, one of the things that you should be preoccupied with is unchanging, man. Some things will remain the same. Our willingness to engage in a discussion we find interesting is, of course, continuing to be a driver for human beings. The platforms we use to do it, well, whatever fits the purpose. Will we see more digital involvement between companies and customers? Of course we will. Does that mean we won't see another magazine or another game or another, what do I know? No, I think it is a palette of things where content marketing will excel in the future.
Talking about palette of things, on that palette you could imagine having video, blogs, articles, white papers, photographs, webinars, etc. What do you think would be the most successful type of content, again, in the future, looking ahead?
I mean, the most successful type of content will be content that engages and activates the people you would like to have a dialogue with. It's like you and me right now. You're asking me questions, I'm answering them, we're having a dialogue. That is the basic wish of any marketeer when engaging with their stakeholders or with their customers. And I think, again, labeling it content marketing and saying that is going to be a digital platform or that's going to be something else or webinar, whatever. I have a message. I would like that to get out to my market. How do I do that in the best possible way? Because there's something called Facebook doesn't necessarily mean that's the way for me to do it. Maybe my way of engaging a lot of people is by producing a white paper, is by going through the universities, getting scholars to talk about it, writing papers about it, me using that in my communication on my own web platform, publishing a video. I don't really know. It's really about understanding your customers, understanding what drives them, and then finding the right tool for that purpose.
So looking into that palette again, is there anything on that you would say, okay, actually, that type of content is really challenging to work with? It could actually go terribly wrong if you don't do it in the right way.
I think first and foremost, content marketing is about establishing a level of trust between you and your stakeholders, you and your customers. So you open up, you share content, you share a topic, you have a respectful dialogue, you deliver value to them and they deliver feedback to you and you engage in a relevant dialogue. If you have an unpopular message and that dialogue has been established, I think it's very easy also to have unpopular talks about things that have gone wrong in your company, mistakes you have made, apologies you need to make to your stakeholders. On the other hand, if as a company you don't have that type of dialogue with your stakeholders, I think you should be very, very careful in suddenly opening up just because you have a unpopular message to deliver and would like that eye-level, sit-down kind of chat with your stakeholders and your customers. So I think before you can use it for all types of communication, it's really about doing it for a while and getting the respect and showing the respect and having a real dialogue with the people you would like to communicate to.
So what would be the risk, say, if you have never communicated with social media some kind of disastrous or unpopular announcement has to be announced, and you do it through social media. What could go wrong?
Well, the biggest problem is credibility. When we're talking about content marketing and social media as topics, it's really about credibility. All right, do I want to put that magazine on my coffee table? Do I want to engage in that dialogue on YouTube? Do I want to attend that webinar? Yes, I do, because I know your intentions. If you have never opened up and you suddenly approach people with unpopular or problematic content because you would like forgiveness, or you would like someone to enter that dialogue with you in order to make it easier for that message to get into the market, I think you will be ridiculed, and I think you will have zero credibility. It will be too easy for everybody to see that you're trying to manipulate your stakeholders to forgive you or use them as an engine to talk positively about you in the market. So I think it's really about being genuine and about being credible. And those two things come from having done it for a while and having proven that you're there to deliver value to your stakeholders.